You are receiving this video specifically because I think you would make a great addition to our team of worship leaders that we are going to start using going forward at Table Mountain. Already we have changed the way we choose songs to be for the purpose of expressing love for God and love for one another's in a way that will form us spiritually by practicing habits and patterns of worship found within the Bible. Now we're going to change the way we lead worship at Table Mountain. I think it is biblical. I want to use co-leaders. I want to use a male and female team choosing the songs, choosing the sets, and leading worship. And I wanted to unpack that and what that would mean for you. But I want you to consider praying over whether or not this is something for you and is something that you could walk into. So I wanted to just kind of bird's eye view. What does it look like? What does it mean? And why are we doing it? So the main thing is I really want to go with the model of male and female co-leaders, which we'll probably bend and break that rule here and there, especially starting it out. But the reason I like that is because I think that God designed man and woman to work together, really. I gave the example in the last video, and it's true. Like I've done this where I planned parties a bunch for my friends, and I would have really great music, really great meat, really great alcohol, but there were no plates or napkins or anything because it didn't have that feminine touch to kind of bring the whole thing together. I think when we work together, we're going to have a lot better results. I do want the pairs to mix up. I don't really want to have set this man and woman work together, this man and woman work together. I really think part of the reason that it's gonna work and be so strong is the bundle of twigs concept of us to kind of cross pollinate and what I'm walking through is very different from what you're walking through, and for us to make sure that the service is going to fit both walks. So the primary responsibilities are to pray over the set, right? Pray over your set, read the verses a whole lot, and then while you're praying through all this, and I do an actual a thing called Lectio Divina, and I'll include that with this email. But the number one thing you're praying over, you're reading the verses a lot, you're praying over the song choices. The song choices will come from the repertoire. And while you're praying over the set, you're trying to find out, what do I need to express to be formed spiritually by this worship offering? The end goal is to form people spiritually, right? That's why we have the liturgy. That's why we have the repertoire is spiritual formation, to be formed ourselves, to help shape the community around us, to become more like Jesus. So what do I need to express to be formed spiritually, to become more like Jesus is my number one thing. And then all the nitty gritty of coming together and trying to execute everything. What's great about being a team is you don't specifically have to have all of the skill sets necessary to get everybody to start together, to end together, to look at transitions and go, we're going from this key to that key. We should put a verse or a prayer in here. What verse should it be? In terms of time frame and how this would work, at least starting out, you wouldn't lead a worship set any sooner than a month. Once you join the team of co-leaders, we'll put you with somebody and book your date 1 month out. That will give you 1 week to do the Lectio Divinas and to pray over the songs and the verses and the set and decide what, come with get some inspiration, some direction, something. Just get started, and then you don't have to have everything figured out, right? And then the next week, the 3 weeks before out, that's where the three of us have to get together, me and you and your other leader, and we'll kind of unpack everything, kind of find a way together, find a way to pull it all off and get it to go. So that way, 2 weeks before you're up, we can actually release, these are the songs we're doing, these are the keys we're doing them in. The order is actually less important to decide that far out. You can change the set list order much quickly, but getting your team to start learning the songs 2 weeks out helps them feel better about what they're doing and know what they're doing with confidence and be able to enter themselves into worship. It becomes a lighter load once it's kind of up and running. The three of us having to get together physically in the same room is just to get it kind of started. We can stop doing the 3 persons get face-to-face thing. Like you two can just call each other and talk it out, 3 weeks out or whatever. I want you to pray over whether or not that's a thing that you could walk into, a ministry you could walk into. I think you'd be a very welcome and strong addition into that. So I'm hoping that you do, but obviously pray about it and let me know what you think.